Hello, fellow treasure hunters. As you can see here in Pineville, it's getting close to the Jesse James days. We have it in August 17th to the 20th. We do a little mock-up robbery, parades, and the whole works. So what we're going to do is talk about something here. We're going to go do a little map, and I'll do a little video here. What I want to talk about is a place where during the Civil War, here at the Battle of Pea Ridge, right here, when the Native Americans was fighting for Albert Pike, he had about 800 Cherokees, and well, they weren't going to go over and fight. They said, hey man, you better come up with us some money, so we ain't going, No, Albert Pike, he came up with them some money somehow. They needed 3 months worth of pay. They ain't doing her, boys. And anyway, they went up in there, and they finally went ahead and made it and said, well, we'll go. And he brought in like 800 of his men, and he went in there and fought. And well, story goes, as they got in there, they went crazy. They just started killing people. It got pretty bad. Maybe they run into a bunch of people that they didn't, that had raided one of their village and whatever. And it says, as they retreated, they went here to the 12 Corners Church. Now, I know a lot about the 12 Corners Church, and if you look right here, it says, church first met in the historic Elkhorn Tavern. Well, that's what they were there fighting over, Pea Ridge. So these people from Tennessee came here, and they had their first church meetings at the Elkhorn Tavern. And if you'll see, the family that started it was William Ruddock in 1839, and was living in Elkhorn Tavern. Okay, the Ruddocks is pretty important to my family because, as you can see here at the Ruddock Cemetery, that's my grandma. That's my grandpa. That's my great-grandma. She's had a quarter or so Cherokee. She was Cherokee. And on up here, that's my great-grandpa. And you see what I'm saying? That's where the Ruddocks is very important to me. They're fun, we know them. Let's just put it that way. We know the family. Anyway, that's where they ended up. They came back to here after it was all done. And then from there, they went other places. Here's an old deal of the church. Founded in 1850. The oldest church in Benton County, and still active in the original location. Oldest, 1850. You see what I'm saying? These people have been there. They came here. They were the start of it all. So here we go. We got old Albert here with all his Indians, the Cherokee, which some of my family fought with him. I mean, I know who I'm talking about. I'm in this now. And here they go, they're leaving, they're going back. Where do they go back to? The 12 Corners Church. So they leave the Battle of Pea Ridge after scalping a bunch of people and going freaking crazy. And then they go and they're running down. Let me show you where they end up. Alright, here's where we're going to go. They end up right here at this little town, Jacket. You see it, unincorporated. You see that? You see that? Now here's what happened at Jacket. Jacket didn't pan out for the people. The bushwhackers, as the Indians went there, they hid a bunch of gold there at Jacket. That gold they hid it at Jacket before they went and fought, and then the ones that made it back got back and got theirs. Well, the bushwhackers found out there's a lot of gold there. With 63, they came back to the mill, and the guy that's running it, they were looking for it, and he came out and approached them. They shot him and killed him. I mean, bushwhackers, I know. My grandpa was born at Bush, Arkansas. Bushwhackers could be in the bloodline, unfortunately. We've lived on the Big Sugar our whole lives. I've been in Texas, I've been everywhere, but this is, my family. This is where I'm from. So the legend says they got back to Jacket. So the money would be from the church. And here's Stan Waddy. He was the other one that's fighting. These Cherokees I'm talking about, they started not liking him because he surrendered all their land to him. He was the general. He was fighting there too alongside. But anyway, we'll get back over. Let's get to Google Earth real quick. Make this a little shorter. Anyway, here's where they ended up. 12 Corners Church. There's Jacket. Here's where they went. You'll want to start searching this valley. There's 12 Corners. They ran up this valley to right there, Jacket. Right there. This area right here is it. This is where they were. Right in there. There's a new bridge there. The land's changed. People's bought it. They sold a lot of the land. You want to end up going to this bridge. And the reason I say that is this is where they hit it. In the Pine Oaks here. Along this bridge, Pine Creek. You see that? There's where you want to go. That's called Jacket Creek, Jacket Bridge. It's from there, along that creek, to Jacket, back to 12 Corners. A lot of that land's changed. You can get in there now. The owners will let people in. Go to that bridge, go down the creek. Jesse James Day. There's your hint, Jacket. Go for it. It's yours. I can't hunt it all down. Ray out.